Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much for coming today. I know it's been a really stressful time for you, so I'm really pleased you decided to come and see me.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Um, where, are you due to see? Are you seeing Jim?
Yeah, he's texted me and he said that he'll come to he hasn't definitely said he'll come to the office and see me, but he's said that he might turn up to the office to see me and to tell me, where how he feels and what he thinks. And I know he's not happy and I know he doesn't want us to be involved. So if he does come to that appointment, I'll do my best to reassure him and sort of, help him to realize why we've got involved. So
He's just a bit scared. That's all. And he's fine, and he gets it. He does. It's just when he doesn't understand something, he gets a bit cross. That's it, really. That's all. That's all.
I think all of us can be like that, can't we? If we're a bit scared of something and we're a bit, freaked out about something, we can sometimes come across as a bit angry. That won't be a problem if he's a bit cross when he comes to the office. That'll be okay. We won't hold it against him. We understand that people don't always want social services to be involved, and so we want to work with both of you to try and help you feel as comfortable as possible for us to help you get things back on track.
I mean, the kids are all right, and Benji's been a little monkey today. He really has. He's been ever so naughty. And he and David get on so nicely. They've got a really good bond, and I think that's really, really important, isn't it?
Yeah, really important. And when I came to see the kids, you could see, how much they loved to play with their toys and drawing pictures of Jim playing football and talking about your mum and dad getting them a fire truck. And, so there's some really good stuff in your family, some really good stuff. You've just had a bit of a hard time of it recently, haven't you?
Yeah, but no more than other people, and it's difficult when money gets very tight, and it's been great. My parents have been brilliant, really, really good, and it's been really nice for the kids because they've been able to spend some time together, and that's been really good, really good.
And I think you and Jim made a really good decision when things did quite get bad the other night, and Jim was very angry. You went to your mum and dad's with the kids, which was, both of you thought that was the best thing to do. So that's a really positive thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was Jim's idea. Jim was really keen that the kids didn't see him get cross, because they're kids, aren't they? And you don't show stuff like that to kids, do you?
No, and what we want to do is help make sure that it stays that way, because some of those incidents that have happened recently have been quite serious. You did say that there's a couple of times when Jim has grabbed you, or the kids were aware of some shouting and things like that, and we need to try and help you with that so that it doesn't happen and they don't hear and see it, don't we?
We do, but it's not all the time, and it isn't very often, and we do try and keep anything like that away from the kids, because that we're good parents, and we want to make sure that our kids are happy, and that's really important. That's really, really important to Jim. I mean, his I've never known a dad like it, the way he is with Benji. I mean, he just worships Benji. Sometimes David might get a bit left out, but then me and David have got we've got our own thing, and he's a bit of a mummy's boy, and that's nice too.
And from what you said before, Jim did a lot with David when you were pregnant, and David was talking about Jim too. So I can see all those good things. Absolutely can see all those good things. What do you think might help you and Jim to get rid of some of the stresses and the difficulties you've been having, so those other not so good things don't keep happening? What might help?
Winning the lottery.
Yeah, that would always help, wouldn't it? Money stress. What about, because unfortunately, I don't think I can pick you out the winning numbers, but maybe other things that might help with money stress. So we could have a look at what benefits you're getting whilst Jim's out of work, or some help to try and get Jim back into work. Do you think that would help?
Yeah, I think that would. You know, I was working up until I had Benji. You know, and I was working when I first sort of met Jim. I guess it's kind of because my mood's not brilliant, and I felt, you know, a bit rubbish really when I was pregnant and after I was pregnant. I'm probably not always super easy to be around at home, and I can get a bit low. Is that what you say when you
Yeah.
say low?
Yeah, a bit low.
And I do get quite tired, and that, you know, that probably drags everybody down a bit. So maybe it's maybe more about me really than you know, Jim having a problem. I think maybe if I could get myself in a better place, and you know, that would probably, the money definitely, and the jobs. You know, Jim's old-fashioned kind of, you know, bloke. He wants to be the provider, and I like that. I like the fact that he takes care of us. But maybe if I wasn't so, you know, boring, or I wasn't so, you know, just not very happy a lot of the time, you know, that would probably make quite a big difference in the house. You know, if I could fix myself, maybe.
Okay, well, I certainly don't think you want to beat yourself up or blame yourself or feel bad. Lots of mums really struggle when they've just had a baby and when life changes and you stop working. But we could definitely look at some stuff that might make you feel happier and more confident. If you think, you know, it sounds like things have been quite tough, and it's not good for you to feel like that, is it? All the time. That must be really draining. Like you said, it makes you feel tired a lot to feel like that.
Yeah. It does, and you know, it's where Jim's been brilliant with Benji, but it has just been I think we were all really tired because Benji's teething as well, and you know, that puts a lot of pressure on us all, and you know, and I know that David's been very tired as well, and really the teething is a big issue. I mean, I don't know, have you got kids? Because you know, if it you know, when you're a mum, it can be really difficult when, you know, you've got little ones, and you can't stop them crying.
Our family practitioner is always saying how many mums struggle with teething kids, so you're definitely not on your own. Would you like to maybe spend some time with her, because she might have some ideas she can share that could help, you know, help you with the teething and settling him, and you know, and a few strategies that might help if David's being a little bit clingy, or she might be able to come up with some things that would help you with that, because she speaks to loads of mums who have the same struggles.
Yeah, I think that would be dead good, actually.
Yeah.
Would she be able to, you know, would there be other mums that I could talk to? Would that be allowed?
Yeah, there's other mums. You can do groups. There's the children's centre where they do groups for mums of different age kids with different things that their kids are doing or not doing. So you could have some one-to-one sessions. She could tell you all about it. And that sounds like it might be a really good place to start to kind of help you feel like you could get back on your feet. And then see how it goes when hopefully Jim comes to see me, and we can offer him some help with some work and get him, you know, back into the swing of things. But we will need to eventually we'll need to look at talk about those things that have gone wrong. It'll be good to get rid of some of the stress that's created the situations, but we will be doing that with you two together as well.
But you know, it's really only been a problem in the last couple of months. It really has, and you know, I think we're going to be all right. And you know, I don't want to lose Jim, and you know, he broke up with his last girlfriend because of I'm sorry, but social services involvement. And you know, I'm happy to do what I need to do to you know, but I guess I don't want you coming in and sort of being a bit nosy and, you know, looking at things that it's sort of none of your business. I mean, you know, I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to be, you know, ungrateful or anything. But I think I can probably manage this if I can link in with your person that you talked about, and maybe meet some other mums, and you know, my mood gets better. then we don't need you, do we? We won't need you to be involved with us, will we?
It's definitely the aim to get rid of us. I agree with you completely. That's definitely the aim. And there's some really good stuff. I'm so pleased you'd like to meet the family practitioner and meet the other mums and work on stuff together. So that's really good. And I get that you're really nervous about the impact on Jim, and maybe I can suggest to him finding out what happened with social services last time. That might help him a little bit. But I can't make you any promises because there is a meeting next week, Sarah, where the police and school and health and us, I know it's hard to hear. I know you're worried. I do. Just take your time. If you need a minute, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll have that meeting and we'll talk about how all the positives, all the good stuff you've told me, all the good stuff you've said about Jim. But I can't promise you which way the decision will go because that wouldn't be fair. I don't want you to feel like I've misled you, and we'll support you.
I'm doing everything right.
Yeah, you are. You're doing everything right. And I can say that at the meeting. I can say that you're going to come and see the family practitioner. You're going to come to the mums group. You've come and see me today. You and Jim were brilliant when you took the kids to your mum and dad so that they didn't see anything. So there's tons of positives that we can put in. But we do still need to talk about some of the things that went wrong and that were not so good. So how about we see how it goes with Jim later, and I can let you know how it's gone, and that might put your mind at rest. And if he kind of is willing to work with me as well, that might put your mind at rest a little bit, and we could see you together and explain it to you together. Does he know that you've come here to see me today? No. Is that what's worrying you?
Yeah, because I don't want to lose him. And
Okay.
I don't want to make him cross because he doesn't always respond very well. And and I just want my little family, and I don't want him to think that I've betrayed him by talking to you, and I just want to know that we're going to be okay, because we will be okay.
I think you will be okay, because like you said, up until a couple of months ago, things were pretty good. You've just had a tough time that we want to help you through. But I don't need to tell him that you've been to see me today just yet. I can see what happens when he comes to see me, and I can, get him to talk about how it's. I know he's going to find it hard. I know he doesn't want us involved. I know he might get a bit angry about that, but I'll help him with that. We have lots of people that feel like that, and we are able to support them to get their heads around it, even if they don't want us there. Not many people wake up and go, oh, let's have a social worker. Most people don't want one. So we're used to that. We're not offended. We know you want your lives back, but actually you both want your kids to be safe and you both want your kids to be happy. And with some of those things that have been happening, we want to give you a little bit of help to get that back on track. So we do all the things that you've suggested and get you back to where you were, so you're feeling more confident. You've got some strategies to help with the teething. You're not so tired. Maybe help Jim with his work, and with it when he feels angry, maybe help him find what he could do instead. And then that could kind of get you back in a good place again.
Okay.
How does that sound?
I don't know if I've got a lot of choice, have I, really?
You do have a choice. You do have a choice. But we always, usually, if we can do it together, that's a more positive way of doing it than if you choose not to work with us. It's always your choice, but usually it's more positive for everybody if we try and do it together. And I think you've come up with some really good ideas, some really good places to start. And I can see how much you love your kids. Your face lights up when you talk about Benji, you know, and actually I know that David's a little bit for mummy's boy.
He is.
You could see that. And actually it was really nice that he's bonded so well with Jim as well, you know, and all that time Jim put into putting the pictures on his walls. There's loads of good things. We just need to help you through the tough bits.
He is a good dad, and he does love us, and I just worry, really, and you know,
we can take it slow. We can take it slow till you get your heads around it. You know, we can take it at your pace. I know that meeting's a big deal for both of you, so we'll get through that first probably, and then get a plan together, get you matched up with the family practitioner and some other mums, and then you can have a good moan about us to the other mums. That might help.
Yeah.
Shall we leave it there for today?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know it's been a really tough, and I can see it's been upsetting, but you've done all the right things and you've got some good ideas about how to get it back on track, and I'm sure we can put our heads together to get you where you want to be.
Okay, thank you.